What's a game that's worth every penny? Honestly, Minecraft. I don't play much anymore, but I got years of entertainment out of that game. The sheer amount of things you can do is incredible. It truly is a game of endless possibilities. And they keep updating it for free. Adding new features, getting rid of bugs. Truly the best €20 I've spent. I've been playing since 2011 and I don't think I'll stop anytime soon. Also, does mod community add to the game value in this question? Cause the game has so many ducking mods, which I'd say is why the game still has such a strong community. With mods, the value skyrockets a crap ton. Even with the mods that you probably see in most mod packs, you can still get a ton of enjoyment out of them. Portal 2. How does a puzzle game make me feel so much? Like deep feelings. It even have a touch of some really good dark humor. I can't believe it's been 10 years after the release. Fatty adopted fatty, no parents fatty. Majestic. Like an eagle. Piloting a blimp. This next test involves turrets. You remember them, right? They're the pale spherical things that are full of bullets. Oh wait, that's you in 5 seconds. Good luck. Oh, in case you get covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys just gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel. We haven't entirely nailed down what element it is yet, but I'll tell you this, it is a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton. Stardew Valley. I own Stardew Valley on PC, PlayStation and Switch. I'm not sure I've ever bought the same game across 3 platforms before. I guess that has to count for something. I have it for mobile and PC, and I don't regret buying it at all. The fact that the developer made it almost entirely by himself makes it worth it to the very last penny. Don't know if you've heard, but he's working on another one, similar genre and same art style. Haunted Chocolatier. Factorio. Bought the game for $20 like 10 years ago off their website, and it's gotten constant updates to this day. It's also one of the deepest games that has come out in recent times. It has actually ruined other strategy simulation games for me because they now seem easy and shallow after playing Factorio for hundreds of hours. Definitely worth every penny. I seem to go back and forth between Skyrim and RimWorld. For years. A fan of Rims I see. Sky's Rim belongs to the Nords. If you have friends, Deep Rock Galactic. If you don't have friends, Deep Rock Galactic, but learn the etiquette. Ready checks before button presses. That's how you rock and stone. Subnautica. This biome contains 7 of the 9 prerequisites for causing terror in humans. The biggest scare I had in this game was when I didn't realize I was in the abyss. I was in the sand area behind the aurora, music was peaceful, I even seen a sand shark near, I looked to my right and big ass ghost leviathan coming straight for me like a train. There was so much terror that went through me in those 10 seconds. 1010 would recommend. I was exploring one of those underwater floating islands looking for parts. Never had been in that area before. I was in the prawn at the time. I slipped off the edge and just started falling. I was so engrossed it was like I was sinking to my own death, a brief moment of sheer terror as the water just kept getting darker. Then I hit the bottom and felt really stupid. Left 4 Dead or Better L4D2 sometime 2.99 and has so many community maps. Like hundreds, so you can play so much content for basically free. You can work together or you can run off and shut doors in people's faces. It truly is a gem. Pills here. Terraria. Plants vs. Zombies the original. There's a zombie on the lawn. I know your type, tall, dark, and dead. You want to bite all the petals off of my head. And then eat the brains of the one who planted me here, no. Kerbal Space Program. I got it for practically nothing when it was early access, and I'm afraid to look at how many hours I've sunk into it since then. I just looked. I have 1,300 plus hours in KSP. I'm sure some of that is just me leaving it running overnight. I did a real-time to the moon mission once, but still. Crazy amount of hours. It's the 3rd most hours in my Steam library tongue. Little Big Planet before the online part got hosed. That game had such a slick and unique aesthetic and they ran like hell with it. From the kooky but cool soundtrack, the explosion in a stationery shop visual style, to Stephen Motherducking Fry, and the Douglas Adams humor themes, the whole thing felt like playing through a drawing in the margins of the coolest nerd at school's maths book. Terraria RimWorld Slay the Spire Orange Box plus Portal 2. If you have 5 friends that love board games, Coup is a very fun deception game. Edit, I'm glad so many people love this game. If you like deception games and have more friends, 6 to 10 players, I'd turn you on to Secret Hitler. It's a little more complicated to deceive, but once you get into it, it can be a massive standoff of who is who. My fianc and I really like that game. Sometimes he won't even look at his cards until someone calls him on his bluff. So he'll say he's a duke but really has no idea. 5 people round the table, first round, 1, Duke 2, Duke 3, Duke me, Duke 5, I call you on that me, sure. Take a look at my shiny, actual, Duke 5, facepalm. Hades, just bought my second copy for the Switch. Hollow Knight. Worms Armageddon. My one flex in the gaming world was I was top 50 on the old Worms net ranking system. I was damn good at that game. Bruh, I was part of one of the top German WoW clans. Rope Race FTW. So many hours. I even played a bit of the rope tutorial a year ago when I found it on Steam. Deep Rock Galactic Rock and Stone Baby. Did I hear Rock and Stone? Rock and Stone. For Carl. Settlers of Catan. Different every time, and destroys friendships in half the time of Monopoly. This was my immediate thought too, along with Ticket to Ride. Slime Ranchers. Man, the game is simple at face value but has an insane and in-depth lore and plot line, all things considered. The characters are very well built and go through literal story lines, and it's a cute comforting game if you ever need an escape smile. I really enjoyed the first 10 hours, but after that I just felt overwhelmed and stressed with slimes constantly escaping, having to feed them daily, constantly getting lost in the enormous map. Lower the difficulty. I had so much more fun when I didn't need to worry about feeding them on time. Yeah, I agree, this isn't Dark Souls. Sometimes it's okay to lower the difficulty on a game you're simply trying to enjoy lol. Witcher 3, the Complete Edition Shovel Knight, Treasure Trove Dying Light. The Witcher 3 DLCs are worth as much as most standalone games, like I'm fairly sure Blood and Wine could have been The Witcher 4 if they wanted it to be. Like I'm fairly sure Blood and Wine could have been The Witcher 4 if they wanted it to be. It won an award for Best RPG one year, the DLC did. The Binding of Isaac, if it's your type of game. No, run the same and so much stuff to unlock. 350 plus hours played and still have like half the unlock to do. If you're the kind of person who'd sink 350 hours into Isaac, do yourself a favor and check out Enter the Gungeon. Red Dead Redemption. Fallout, New Vegas. Morrowind. I've played the Elder Scrolls since Morrowind came out, including Oblivion and Skyrim, and Morrowind still enchants me to this day. Dungeons and Dragons. Brings a whole new meaning to every penny. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I've never played any Mass Effect game before buying this one. I didn't even really know much about the story beyond it's a space RPG, and I'm absolutely blown away at how good it is. Edit, for anyone with EA Play Xbox Ultimate, the game is currently playable for free. Smile. Outer Wilds. Amen. Plus the Noodles expansion, which is fantastic. Stellaris. This game is a black hole of colossal proportions. I used to joke it causes significant time dilation that makes you feel that you've been playing it for 5 minutes, and in reality it was 8 hours and you have to go back to work.